The World Cup isn't just about football, it's about billions in secret deals. In 2010, FIFA awarded Russia and Qatar the World Cup hosting rights. These decisions shocked the football world and sparked immediate suspicion worldwide. Russia had never hosted before and faced serious infrastructure challenges ahead. Qatar's selection was even more controversial due to its extreme heat. Summer temperatures in Qatar regularly exceed 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Playing football in such conditions would endanger athletes' health and lives. Qatar also had no football tradition and very limited stadium infrastructure. The tiny nation had a population smaller than many cities worldwide. So how did these unlikely candidates win against established footballing nations? The answer lies in FIFA's secretive and deeply corrupt bidding process. FIFA's executive committee held absolute power over World Cup host selection. Just 24 men controlled decisions worth billions of dollars globally. These committee members came from different countries with varying football traditions. Many members had questionable backgrounds and faced corruption allegations previously. The voting process was conducted entirely behind closed doors secretly. No transparency existed, and FIFA disclosed no voting details publicly. Investigative journalists began uncovering suspicious patterns in committee members' finances. Reporters from the Sunday Times led groundbreaking undercover investigations. They discovered executive committee members requesting money for their votes. In 2010, FIFA members Amos Adamu and Reynald Tamari were caught. Undercover reporters filmed them discussing cash payments for voting influence. Both men were suspended, but FIFA's investigation remained limited internally. The organization showed little interest in deeper reform or transparency. Meanwhile, Qatar's bid team was spending unprecedented amounts of money. They hired high-profile consultants and paid massive fees to advisors. Former French footballer Zinedine Zidane became Qatar's celebrity ambassador publicly. Barcelona footballer Gerard Piqué also appeared in promotional videos for Qatar. Brazilian legend Pelé traveled worldwide promoting Qatar's bid for them. Qatar paid these celebrities millions for endorsements and public appearances. Beyond celebrity endorsements, Qatar allegedly made direct payments to officials. Former FIFA Vice President Jack Warner received suspicious funds repeatedly. Warner controlled voting influence across the entire Caribbean Football Union. Investigators traced $1 million paid into Warner's personal accounts. The payment originated from accounts linked directly to Qatar's bid committee. Qatar officials claimed these were payments for a completely legitimate project. They said funds supported building a football development center in Trinidad. However, investigators found no evidence this facility was ever built. The money vanished, and Warner resigned before facing formal FIFA sanctions. Mohammed bin Hammam from Qatar also faced serious corruption allegations. Bin Hammam was a powerful FIFA Executive Committee member from Qatar. He allegedly distributed cash gifts to Caribbean officials in 2011. Witnesses reported seeing him hand $40,000 to officials. This occurred during a Caribbean Football Union conference in Trinidad. FIFA banned bin Hammam for life after investigating these payments. Russia's bid team also employed controversial tactics to win votes. Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin personally led their World Cup campaign. Putin met privately with FIFA Executive Committee members before voting. He offered personal assurances and guarantees about Russia's hosting capabilities. Spain's bidding team later accused Russia of improper deals. Spanish officials claimed Russia promised to support Spain's 2018 bid. In exchange, Spain would support Russia's bid for 2022. But Russia allegedly betrayed Spain and voted for Qatar instead. This left Spain with 0 votes in the final round. Qatar won the 2022 bid with 14 votes total. Russia secured the 2018 World Cup with 13 votes overall. Both victories sparked immediate accusations of corruption from losing nations. The United States had bid for 2022 with strong infrastructure. America possessed world-class stadiums and proven experience hosting major events. Yet America received only one single vote in the entire process. Australia spent $45 million on their bid campaign. They also received just one vote despite their comprehensive preparation. England's bid team included global football star David Beckham. Prince William personally traveled to Zurich to support England's campaign. Prime Minister David Cameron also made personal appeals to committee members. Despite this high-level support, England received only 2 votes total. These results convinced many observers that voting was clearly corrupted. American and Swiss authorities eventually launched serious criminal investigations. The United States Department of Justice targeted FIFA officials directly. In May 2015, Swiss police raided a luxury hotel in Zurich. Officers arrested 7 FIFA officials at dawn before a scheduled meeting. Authorities charged them with racketeering, fraud, and money laundering crimes. The investigation revealed FIFA corruption spanning more than 20 years. Officials had allegedly accepted more than $100 million in bribes. These payments corrupted decisions across World Cups, marketing rights, and broadcasts. FIFA President Sepp Blatter initially escaped direct charges. However, FIFA banned Blatter for 8 years for ethics violations. Swiss prosecutors later charged Blatter with criminal fraud in 2021. FIFA Secretary General Jerome Valcke also faced criminal prosecution. Valcke was banned for 10 years and faced fraud charges. Former FIFA Vice President Jeffrey Webb pleaded guilty to corruption. Webb admitted accepting millions in bribes over many years. He agreed to forfeit millions and cooperate with ongoing investigations. Former CONCACAF President Jack Warner fought extradition from Trinidad persistently. Warner faced charges of accepting over $10 million in bribes. He allegedly sold his vote to the highest bidder repeatedly. As of today, Warner remains in Trinidad, avoiding American extradition. Dozens of additional FIFA officials were indicted in subsequent years. The scandal destroyed FIFA's reputation and forced massive internal reforms. But questions remain about Russia and Qatar's controversial victories. Qatar eventually hosted the 2022 World Cup despite continuing allegations. The tournament occurred in winter due to Qatar's summer heat. This unprecedented schedule change disrupted football leagues worldwide completely. Qatar spent over $200 billion on infrastructure. This made it the most expensive World Cup in history. Human rights organizations documented many migrant worker casualties. Workers built stadiums in dangerous conditions with inadequate labor protections. Many workers' families received no compensation or official death acknowledgement. Qatar denied responsibility and disputed the reported death toll numbers. Russia hosted successfully in 2018, but faced ongoing political controversy. Several nations boycotted or considered boycotting due to political tensions. No definitive proof emerged directly linking bribery to Russia's selection. However, FIFA's overall corruption made every decision from that era suspicious. The 2026 World Cup will be hosted jointly by North America. The United States, Canada, and Mexico won this bid through transparency. This represents FIFA's attempt to rebuild credibility after massive scandal. Independent ethics committees now oversee bidding with greater transparency standards. All bidding nations must now meet strict human rights requirements. Financial disclosures became mandatory for all FIFA Executive Committee members. Term limits were imposed to prevent concentration of power. Voting processes now include multiple stages with published detailed results. FIFA also implemented external auditing by independent international accounting firms. These reforms came too late to prevent Russia and Qatar's selections. Critics argue FIFA should have reconsidered both controversial hosting awards. However, FIFA claimed legal contracts prevented stripping hosting rights retroactively. The World Cup itself proved successful despite all the corruption. Millions of fans enjoyed the tournaments regardless of the scandals. But the underlying corruption permanently tainted both Russia and Qatar's legacy. The scandal reminds us that sports cannot exist separate from ethics. When billions are at stake, transparency and accountability become essential. FIFA's corruption scandal changed how we view international sports governance. Future World Cups must prove they were won fairly honestly. The beautiful game deserves better than being bought and sold. Only through continued scrutiny can we protect football's integrity. The Russia and Qatar scandal teaches us to question everything. Power and money will always try to corrupt sports' fundamental values. But transparency and accountability remain our strongest defense against corruption. The fight for football's soul continues beyond any single tournament. This scandal's lessons must guide international sports for generations ahead. What happened with Russia and Qatar must never happen again. The World Cup belongs to fans, not to those who bought it. Only by demanding integrity can we keep football beautiful and honest. Remember, the beautiful game is bigger than money or power. This is how the World Cup was actually bought, but it doesn't have to be. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more money stories.